kind of diplomacy that's going to end the destruction of your country.
Yes, but
Mr. President, with respect,
I've never seen anything so embarrassing in all my life.
Litigate this in front of the American media. Right now, you guys are going around and forcing conscripts to the front lines because you have manpower problems. You should be thanking the president for trying to bring it into this conflict.
Have you ever been to Ukraine? That you say what problems?
Imagine embarrassing, you know, a leader of a country that has been at war for 3 years, and you're asking him to thank you. Absurd.
I have been to.
Come once.
I've actually watched and seen the stories, and I know what happens is you bring people, you bring them on a propaganda tour, Mr. President. Do you disagree that you've had problems bringing people into your military?
Please.
And do you think that it's respectful to come to the Oval Office of the United States of America and attack the administration that is trying to prevent the destruction of your country?
A lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning.
Sure.
First of all, during the war, everybody has problems.
I cannot believe for 1 minute. I mean, look, he's brain dead. There's Biden. There's Biden 2.0. Bloody Trump. Okay, let's hear what Trump's got to say now. An absolute embarrassment to a nation. There's no question about it.
That's exactly what you're doing.
Oh, wait a minute, he said...
The destruction of your country.
A lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning.
Sure.
First of all, during the war, everybody has problems. Even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future.
Now, I think this is what really agitated Biden, Trump here, is when Zelensky said, you don't feel it now, but you will in the future. Which is a possibility. He's only just saying, you know, in the future, it's a possibility that, you know, God forbid your country doesn't go through what my country's went through. And I don't think a thank you would be the last thing anyone would be saying to any nation when they're still at war. Absolute embarrassment. I don't even know what to say about this. An absolute embarrassment for a nation.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
I'm not telling you.
Because you're in no position to dictate.
The naivety of America is unbelievable.
To dictate what we're going to feel. We're going to feel very good.
I think the problem right now is America still thinks they're like a real actual superpower when they're not. And I hate to say that, by the way, but it's true. I think they're still living in like dreamland. It's just kind of like, it's bamboozling to me.
Feel very good and very strong.
You will feel influence.
You're right now not in a very good position. You've allowed yourself to be in a very bad position, and he happens to be right about it.
From the very beginning of the war.
No, Vance happened to be wrong, actually, and it's an absolute embarrassment as well that you've got a vice president sitting in an Oval Office trying to, you know, be like the actual president. Well, you just sat there, Trump, and said absolutely nothing. He said nothing when he butted in. Look, he just sat there like this. Absolute embarrassment.
We gave you, through this stupid president, $350 billion. We gave you military equipment.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it was America that actually started the war. They already had problems, but it was America that, you know, put in the little CIA agents and caused a little stir. You know, the whole Nazi propaganda. So, why don't you tell the American people that?
Military equipment. If you didn't have our military equipment, this war would have been over in 2 weeks.
In 3 days. I heard it from Putin. In 3 days. This is something
Maybe
new.
less.
In 2 weeks. Of course, yes.
It's going to be a very hard thing to do business like this. I tell you.
Thank you.
I said a lot of times to American people.
Except that there are disagreements, and let's go litigate those disagreements rather than trying to fight it out in the American.
Why is Vance? But why is he butting in? I've never seen this happen before. I've never experienced this. Like, he's acting as if he's got, like, real powers over the president. He's acting as if it's him that's sitting on that chair. Like, Trump should be telling him to shut up. it's him that actually started the whole bickering between these, like between. I mean, at the very beginning there was a gentleman that was over here, and he asked Zelensky why he's not wearing a suit. He's wearing the symbol of his nation, right here. You know, the guy's at war. He's been at war for 3 years, and you're asking him to wear a fucking suit? What an absolute embarrassment of a nation.
When you're wrong. We know that you're wrong.
But you see, I think it's good for the American people to see what's going on.
I mean,
it's very important.
it's very important. I cannot believe you've got two men here attacking a man who's literally at war. Absolute embarrassment.
I kept this going so long. You have to be thankful.
If I was an American right now, I would be absolutely ashamed.
Right there, your people are dying. You're running low on soldiers. Listen, you're running low on soldiers. It would be a damn good thing. And then you tell us.
I think it's. I say well done, Zelensky, for standing up to yourself, for yourself and your nation. This is an absolute embarrassment.
I don't want a ceasefire. I don't want a ceasefire. I want to go, and I wanted this. Look.
He wants to make sure his nation's safe. Trump, you idiot, Biden 2.0. He's gone bald here, look. He's gone bald. What's going on? America.
If you could get a ceasefire right now, I tell you, you take it so the bullets stop flying and your men stop.
No, he wants security to make sure there won't be bullets in the future.
Because you'll get a ceasefire faster than an agreement.
Ask our people about ceasefire, what they think.
That wasn't with me. That wasn't with me. That was with a guy named Biden who was not a smart person.
You're not very smart neither.
Excuse me.
I think it's all propaganda with you, Trump.
And I gave you javelin.
You've managed to. I think Trump has managed to pull the, you know, the Wizard of Oz over the American people's eyes because, I mean, embarrassment.
Obama gave you sheets.
It's not the first time as well. He was talking about Hamas using like 50 million condoms and embarrassment.
The statement is Obama gave sheets and Trump gave javelins. You got to be more thankful.
You've got to say thank you.
You have the cards. With us, you have the cards. But without us, you don't have any cards.
One more question to
Embarrassing.
sorry,
It's going to be a tough deal to make because the attitudes have to change.
what if
Absolutely embarrassing. You know? Imagine, like I said, pulling someone in who's at war, who's been at war for 3 years, has witnessed his own people die, you know, watching his army relatively way smaller than the nation he's fighting against, and they're saying that he's running around doing a propaganda tour, getting all the, you know, the leaders of nations to keep giving him money. Of course, he's literally at war, he's fighting, he's embarrassment. Anyway, America.